Well, hello, and welcome to the diner. Oh, it's a good-looking group we got here. Are you hungry? Are you hungry for some good music? We got right here. You hungry for a little Nadine? Yeah, she'll be along.
Ain't no little Nadine.
Well, that's true. That's true. Right now, I want to introduce you to a man that just cannot wait to wear this apron and his towel on the red carpet at the Emmy Awards. If he could just get a nomination.
That ain't gonna happen.
Here's Larry.
That ain't gonna happen.
All right.
I'll tell you what. I got the promise. The promise says, "Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. And blessed are the peacemakers." Luann, listen to this. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the sons of God." Can you put daughters in there?
Yep.
What? You're blessed?
She is. She is.
She is that.
Kept you in line for how many years now?
No, she's been working on it for how many years?
Oh, yeah. How many?
Almost 50.
Oh, that's just what I thought. Almost 50. Wow.
Kind of matches my waist size.
I wasn't going to say that, Larry.
All right. In the 80s, 6 U.S. Embassy aides escaped from Iran with Canadian help. There was a movie made of that.
I think so.
Yeah. The Iran hostage crisis. Ronald Reagan elected president in a Republican sweep, November 4. Ted Turner launched CNN, the first all-news network. Man, when that started, that was just a killer.
Yeah.
It was great.
What was it, James Earl Jones that did all the voices for it? You're watching CNN.
CNN.
And now he's doing some burger commercial.
Hey, wait a minute, I'm doing pretty good today.
Yeah, you are.
CNN.
CNN.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vince Gill.
There he is!
Whoa.
I saw him come in!
Paul Franklin.
Vince is sitting there saying, what have I gotten myself into now?
Thank you so much.
In the 80s, you were listening to this song by Johnny Lee.
Looking for nub. Looking for nub.
And Alabama
He's still
had this
looking
one.
for love in all
That's
the
right,
wrong
he
places.
is. Alabama.
Oh, play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play.
Man, those still sound good today. And the Judds had this one. Grandpa.
Tell me about the good old days.
And then there was this one by George Jones.
He stopped loving her today.
That's it.
That place to read.
And that's it for songs from the 80s.
Yeah.
All right. I don't listen to a lot of music when I'm riding around in the car. I'll punch up a news program or something like that. But there is one CD collection that I have that I do listen to frequently. And that's that multiple thing that you did. 6 CDs or
Just under 1 million.
12.
That
But
was
there were
4.
so many great songs and
Thanks.
voices and different, I would say tonalities. I'm not sure that's a good word, but
Yeah, it was a culmination of a lot of years. The record was called These Days. It's almost been 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
But, you know, the reason that record became what it was as a songwriter. You know,
Right.
I've written all my own songs pretty much my whole career. There would be an awful lot of good songs that wound up in a desk drawer that wouldn't make it on a record because you could only cut 10 or 11 songs on a record. And a lot of good songs just would go by the wayside.
Right.
And I just was kind of determined to see what some of them might turn into. And nobody was beating my door down to get my next record. So I had plenty of time, you know. But it just unfolded, you know, and all these things that I loved and have learned over these 40 plus years that I've been out traveling and gone from home. It was kind of a culmination of all those things.
and you had some great people singing with you on some of those.
Well, for a good reason. 43 songs that one guy would have made people maybe want to make them want to jump, but that was the point. You know, my whole career has been about collaborating, you know, from day one, and it's never going to change. The reason I made this record with Paul Franklin called Bakersfield.
Let's talk about Paul Franklin. Now, he is a superb, I noticed that he's got his name on his guitar. Do you have a Gill on your guitar?
No, sir. Couldn't spell it.
One of these days when you really make it big, boy, you can get Gill on your guitar.
Yeah, how come country is bigger than Larry?
put up with this. You go ahead, Keith. Get him into a
Vince,
song.
This Bakersfield album, you just full of all kinds. You got "Fooling Around" and "Brandy," all those great songs out of Bakersfield. Yeah,
Yeah, you
With
couldn't.
that
You
great
couldn't make
steel
a bad
guitar
choice.
work. Let's
Thank
see
you.
a little Tom Brumley and a little Norm Hamlet.
Ralph Booney, and
Yeah.
we tried to tribute
Oh,
all the great musicians that
Did he really go
started
for-
that style
Yeah.
of music. James Burton, Roy Nichols. And
Well, it was so original. You know, I mean, what
It was.
what they
It was
did.
really fresh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, I've got a co-host. I'm sorry. Are you ready to hear a song, Nadine?
I am.
Are you ready to hear a song?
Yeah.
Without further ado, I give you Vince Gill and Paul Franklin. Where's Larry?
Holding things together ain't no easy thing to do. When it comes to raising children, it's a job meant for two. Alice, please believe me, I can't go on and on holding things together with you gone. Today was Angie's birthday. I guess it slipped your mind. I tried twice to call you, no answer either time. Postman brought the package I mailed some days ago. I just signed it, love from Mama, so Angie wouldn't know. Holding things together ain't no easy thing to do. When it comes to raising children, job meant for two. Alice, please believe me, I can't go on and on holding things together with you gone. Holding things together ain't no easy thing to do. When it comes to raising children, it's a job meant for two. Alice, please believe me, I can't go on and on holding things together with you gone. Alice, please believe me, I can't go on and on holding things together with you gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah. think they treated you with more respect on the Marty Stewart show.
I think he treated Marty with more respect, too.
Must have been the sequence.
Now, back to Paul Franklin. You guys have been musical friends for a long time, right?
Yeah, 35 years.
Wow. Yeah, we met in L.A. the first time, and he was freelancing, and I was with Tillis, and he'd done a bluegrass album with one of our fiddle players, and he invited him to the show, and we clicked. We liked a lot of the same music.
This guy loves the steel.
I'm
He
sorry.
just loves the steel.
You know where that comes from, Larry, is as an 18-year-old kid, I moved to Kentucky to play in a bluegrass band, and we went to make our first record. It was a group called the Bluegrass Alliance. A lot of great bluegrass musicians came through there. And we came down here to make a record, and I was 18 years old, and we got Buddy Emmons to play on the first record. It was the second record I'd ever made.
Yeah.
And it like changed my life. I've always adored the instrument. It's my favorite instrument of all. And to me, you know, like Earl Scruggs with bluegrass, that instrument defined the sound of bluegrass. Bill Monroe had the songs and all of that, but this instrument really, to me, was the blueprint for what country music really sounded like to me.
Well, his steel player before Paul was one of the greats, John Hewitt.
John Hewitt,
Yeah, for sure.
J.D. Maness.
Yeah.
I've been really fortunate I always wanted that chair to be
Now, you were with Pure Prairie League for a while. Did they have a steel?
not in the era that I was with them.
I wondered about that.
In the early
Wow.
days they did, but not with me.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Sorry.
All right. I just stopped in our tracks. Nobody's ever driven Larry out before. That was pretty cool. Larry's Country Diner. We'll be right back. Stay with us, Larry.
Hey, don't forget, there's a store down below. You can get Country's Family Reunion and Larry's Country Diner stuff.
Oh, diners, you don't want to miss the special today. It's the Vinny Burger on special today with all the fixing, a side of spicy French fries.
The Vinny
The
Burger.
Vinny Burger. It is delicious. A whole new way to taste a hamburger. The Vinny Burger.
All vegan, I hope.
Yeah. Oh, it's all vegan.
Yeah, sure. You betcha.
The Vince Gill, Vinny Vegan Burger.
I love it. Everything's for sale now. If you'd like these salt and pepper shakers.
We got napkins for sale.
Oh.
Look
She
out.
probably got something for sale, too. Hey, Nadine. Thanks for covering for me a little while
you're
ago.
welcome.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
You know, I almost missed that because I was going to call in fat today, but. In fact, I think we ought to just have a moment of silence for all those people stuck on the interstate in their cars in traffic waiting to get to the Y to ride on one of them stationary bikes.
That's true. That's true.
Whew.
I like
tell you
it.
what,
How you be?
Vince Gill and Paul Franklin, I can't believe that. We've been waiting 5 years for this.
Careful what you wish for.
I tell you what, just sitting in that chair of Larry's is what I've wished for. That was all. I just wanted to be there 5 minutes.
And I warmed it up for you and everything.
I know it.
Yep.
I know it.
I did.
First and last time, Lee Wynn, you ought to remember he can serve food. I got to tell y'all something. I am really excited about seeing y'all, meeting y'all, because I've never met you before. And one thing I really like about you guys, and I'm being serious here, I saw you on the awards the other day, and you're a very humble guy. Both of you are. And, I just don't like these guys that get too big for their britches. And I just think I really like that.
One thing about Vince, he's humble and proud of it.
There's never a chance I will be bigger than my britches. It's not going to
I know
happen.
that feeling.
All my pants are tight.
Know that feeling. Larry does too.
That's right.
Unlike my husband, that told me when he passed away he wanted humble written on his tombstone. You know my husband.
I do know your husband.
I know it.
Humble is not one
I
of
told
them.
him, I said, honey, let me tell you something. When they discover the center of the universe, you're going to be so disappointed that you ain't it. Yeah. But you know that little thing in your head that tells you things you shouldn't say? I don't have that anymore.
No, you don't.
No.
Neither does Homer.
Oh, boy.
We had them. They was little, and somehow they just got wore out. we was at the drugstore yesterday, and he was getting our prescriptions filled, and I told him, I said, while you're doing that, I'm going to run over here and look at some products. And I have got wrinkles covering my body at the same rate that the rainforest is disappearing. And somehow I think those two are connected. And I was looking for some lotions, special lotions, and he came over and he said, I got the prescriptions done. Are you ready to go? I said, no, I'm not. I ain't got it yet. Hadn't figured it out. He looks up and he said, beauty department. Hey, Nadine, do you need a cart? And I said, well, honey, it ain't going to be just a matter of time before they put syndrome in front of your name. Or after your name, I don't know, whichever. But anyway.
One of them wrinkles showing up now?
They're showing up all over. I just feel them all over my back and everywhere. I don't know what it is. But anyway, we left the drugstore and I said, let's go get something to eat. And he said, well, I ain't going to one of them gourmet restaurants. A gourmet restaurant to my husband is anything that does not have a drive-through. This diner is considered a gourmet restaurant. So we went through a drive-through and we got our burgers. We went on home. I said, well, I need to get home anyway because we got company coming and I need to clean them bathrooms. We just got two, but I said, I need to clean them. He said, what do you have to clean bathrooms for? I said, well, apparently you can shoot a deer at 200 yards, but you can't hit a toilet. I love the man, but I ain't training another. But I'm going on over and put a church sign up.
Good. What's the church sign
It's
going
going
to
to say, hardening of the heart ages you faster than hardening of the arteries.
Whoa.
I like it.
I like that.
Thank you, Nadine.
I like that.
See what I got to put up with?
No wonder you walked out.
I love it. Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Why the title?
That's where all that music, that's where all those guys were from. This record is a tribute to Buck Owens and Merle Haggard, but not only them, but all the musicians that played with those guys and that West Coast sound. I saw Jean Shepherd over here today, and she was part of that whole Bakersfield movement way back in the early days. And great respect for Jean. You know.
There was a whole bunch of
Harlan Howard was out there.
Bobby
Ian
Bear.
Stewart, yeah. I mean, so many people.
Yeah.
And to me, it's long been my favorite era of country music. The music, the history of it, and Paul and I are both nuts about all those musicians, guys like Ralph Mooney, who played with Buck and all those records, and James Burton, great guitar player, played on a lot of the Merle records, and Roy Nichols, and so it's a guitar and steel record for the most part with me just singing the songs.
Well, let's have another taste from it.
All right, little Buck Owens. Together again. My tears have stopped falling. The long, lonely nights are now at an end. The key to my heart you hold in your hand. No, nothing else matters now. We're together again. Together again. All my gray skies are gone. You're back in my arms. Right where you belong. And the love that we knew is living again. No, nothing else matters now. We're together again.
All my gray skies are gone. You're back in my arms, right where you belong. And the love that we knew is living again. No, nothing else matters now. We're together again. No, nothing else matters now. We're together again.
That is just great.
Thank you.
Man,
Man.
it's good.
I'm riding these coattails as hard as I can. Man.
It's the other way around.
I'm watching him play that thing, and with that steel bar, what is there a special name for the steel bar?
No, it's called a bar.
A bar?
Very good, Larry.
See, I picked up on something.
Not a diner,
but,
but a bar.
that's
But a
right. But the way he turns that and lets it slide.
Could you do that?
yeah.
Just, could you
Well, I
do that
can't
just
hold
one
on
more
to
time? Just give me that shiver. One
No,
more
you mean
He's
time.
nervous because he's on TV.
Oh, God.
But that actually comes from the Hawaiian element of the instrument. Jerry Bird, who lived in this town for many, many
Yep.
years, but he was a master of all that stuff. And later years, Buddy Emmons, you mentioned Buddy earlier, but he was a master. He and Jimmy Day. But I kind of going back to that because it's been a long time since we've heard steel guitar players do that.
Yes.
Then the pedals started doing it. You know, they started figuring out ways to make the pedals make the strings all move and change. And that's why I'm so drawn to the instrument, because to me, it's the most like the human voice
Yeah.
out of all the instruments. And
Yeah.
I think that may be why it moves me like it does.
I don't think anybody really has gotten everything they could get out of a steel guitar yet.
Oh,
There's
no.
just so many
No, it's-
combinations.
It's still
amazing.
in its infancy,
Great
I
instrument.
think.
Wow. Well, we're not. We got to take a break and get some money done.
I'm still shivering from all that. I mean, get calm down here. Larry's Country
It's
Diner.
Bakersfield.
We'll be right back after this. Do that again. Woo. And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. Larry, I see some of my neighbors from out in College Grove, the 54 groups here today, and there's one of the great photographers in Nashville, Jerry Overcast, is back there, and Margie McGay. Hey, you and I used to work together with her out at that other place.
That's before we got fired.
That's before we
Yeah.
got fired. Yeah. You got fired twice, though.
Why no?
I only got it once.
Hello. I got to tell you something. Why do you keep going?
It ain't saying nothing.
I got to tell you something about Amy. Man's married to Amy Grant. I was driving, I had a Lexus at one point, and I was driving by to the Lexus dealership behind a white Lexus, one of those little SUV things. And I'm here, and light turns. Woman doesn't turn fast enough, for my opinion. So I went to the right and went around like this. Well, there's two ways to get to this particular dealership. You can go like this and get it, or you can go like this and get it. I figured I'm gonna see what she does, because I ain't going the same way. So this woman goes like this and does this, and so I'm getting over here. And I'm already parked when she pulls in. She pulls in, and I talk to the guy, so forth. I walk back out, and Amy says, "Larry, hi." I'm going, oh no. It was Amy in that car. Oh,
See where that road rage will get you? I was with him one night when he got a speeding ticket. Then.
Yeah, that happened.
You know what? It's going to work out. She can't see worth a lick. Which would explain me, but no, she had two detached retinas from a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And she really doesn't see very well. If you ever speak to her, she's night blind, and she can't really see if there's not enough light.
Ouch.
And people all the time think she's like not
ignoring
very
them.
nice. you
Yeah.
know, and
Oh, that's not
she
true.
Really, so
Oh, she's
I
a
can,
sweet
I
lady.
can assure you, she didn't know it was you in traffic. You can lay that one down. You can lay that one down, baby.
I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. Good. That's right. Bakersfield. Vince Gill and Paul Franklin. Bakersfield. This is available almost anywhere, right?
Almost anywhere.
Almost anywhere.
Yeah, the Cracker Barrel ran it for a while last year, which was neat, and also record stores, if there still are such a thing. Yeah.
Can you go on iTunes and so forth?
Yeah,
Probably.
on Amazon
And do the thing.
He's the computer guy.
yeah.
Vince Gill and Paul Franklin. Let's have another one.
All right, we'll do it. From Mighty Merle.
It's a way of mine to say just what I'm thinking and to do the things I really want to do. But you want to change part of me I'm proud of. I can't be myself when I'm with you. You never like the clothes I wear on Sunday, just because I don't believe the way you do. But I believe the Lord knows I'm unhappy. I can't be myself when I'm with you. I can't be myself and be what pleases you. Down deep inside, I don't believe you really want me to. It's not my way to take so long deciding. I can't be myself when I'm with you. I can't be myself and be what pleases you. Down deep inside, don't believe you really want me to. It's not my way, takes so long deciding. I can't be myself when I'm with you. I can't be myself when I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that little. Paul Franklin and Vince Gill. My,
You're killing me. You're killing me.
that's great.
That's good stuff.
Sometimes words just fail.
Oh,
It's just so good.
thank
I
you.
wish y'all could understand Paul's history of how many records he's played on.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We both play with a band called the Time Jumpers, and we play every Monday night here in town, 3rd and Lindsley, and it's so much fun that all that history of all these guys that all been playing forever. And I counted one day just zipping through a site over 1,000 records that different artists that Paul has played with in his career.
Well, the three of you
World
right
class.
here, I mean, as many songs as you've sung
Well.
on, and it's just unbelievable how much history we got right in this studio right now.
Nice to have.
Well, the sheriff's oldest.
That's debatable.
Be careful.
There really is. Now, you were never known as a studio musician, a studio singer, because that's kind of, if I recall correctly, that's what you started doing, background singing, right?
Well, I still do it, and I think that's, when I was young, I was one of those guys that read the back of record jackets.
Yep.
And I would
too.
buy records of people I'd never heard of if I could hear a certain guitar player, a certain steel player, just the people that I was crazy about. I would find the records that they would play on. And if I ever aspired to do anything, it was that.
Wow.
And I really have had as much of a studio career in my 40 years as I have as an artist career, And just because I hit a nice lick as an artist, I never lost sight of what I really loved, and that was the opportunity to collaborate and the opportunity to contribute, because I've always looked at music as maybe about the purest form of democracy that in my lifetime I've seen.
Yeah.
I see those people up there argue and fight and do all this, but when I see musicians gather in a room all for that common good of serving a song, man, that's as beautiful as it ever gets. Every note is equal. It really is, and everyone's equally as important.
Now you know why George Jones nicknamed him Sweet Pea.
Could have been a lot worse. He could have called me anything. I'm grateful for that one.
He would tell Nancy, I think that Fat Boy's on television. Let's go watch it. Get us out of here. We'll be right back.
Larry's Country Diner, we've got more music from Vince Gill and Paul Franklin on the way. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. I don't care what anybody says. I think that guy in the white hat kind of favors Porter Wagner. I mean, doesn't look just like him.
A little bit. You know what I looked around up here?
What?
I thought I was walking in a little Walter farm.
Oh, really?
Look at all these little Walter amps.
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere I look. Bill Earl is here with us, too. Bill, where are you hiding? He's probably hiding way back yonder somewhere.
Yeah.
Bill, well, anyway.
Jimmy said he was here.
Yeah, he is here. I saw him a little bit ago.
You mean Phil?
Phil.
It's Phil, not Bill.
Yeah.
There he is over there.
Well,
Phil.
there goes our little Walter amps.
Yeah.
Phil, you might want to come in and take those away from him. Guy, I mispronounced your name.
You look more like a Bill,
You know what?
really.
Phil says, no, you just give up your little Walter amp.
Yes.
They're okay. That is
Oh, they're great.
I
amps.
heard that you had one.
Oh, yeah.
That I talked to Jimmy about it, and he said, well, I got one. And then I guess they're the hottest thing.
Yeah.
They're
Since
great.
sliced bread.
They're really great. He's one of the. I've been doing this a long time, and Paul plays through his amps, and I have too, and Jimmy, and he's one of the only people that listens to your point of view of listening to stuff and say, well, this is great, but if it did this and this and this and this, and he goes and he does that. Most people won't. It's a great tribute to him being willing to take construction.
Sorry I screwed up your name, Bill.
Yeah, I feel even more bad about that.
problem,
Bill.
Harry.
Let's get another one, and we'll get the heck out of here. Thank you
got it.
again,
We'll do
guys.
it.
Vince Gill and Paul Franklin.
Nice to be here. Look at us after all these years together. Look at us after all that we've been through. Look at us still leaning on each other. If you want to see how true love should be, then just look at us. Look at you,
still pretty as a picture. Look at me, still crazy over you. Look at us, still believing in forever. If you want to see how true love should be, then just look at us. In 100 years from now, I know without a doubt they'll all look back and wonder how we made it all work out. Chances are we'll go down in history when they want to see how true love should be. They'll just look at us. Chances are we'll go down in history when they want to see how true love should be. They'll just look at us. When they want to see how true love should be, they'll just look at us.
Vince Gill, Paul Franklin, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Great, 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 great. We're out of time.
Yes, we are.
Get us out of here.
Hey, gang, have you had a good time? Vince Gill, Paul Franklin, great job. Sam Bass, come up here and help me. You know what we say at Larry's Country Diner? Where the cameras are always rolling and we don't care. Hey, and if you like this one, you'll love this one. Just go to the link.